And that's the truth. That's the truth, baby. That's right. Did I knock you out the box? Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Oh?
Hey, what's up? It's Karlo. So actually, the video that you're going to be watching in just a second is going to be part of the 9/11 Truth Street Action, 9/11 of every month. It'll actually be part of a much bigger montage, but I felt the need to actually just get the clip out, and I'm not trying to blow this out of proportion or anything like that. It might be something, it might be nothing at all, and the guy that I'm talking to the next clip just might be blowing hot gas, and that's it. Anyway, bottom line is the interview actually picks up about halfway through the conversation. Essentially what's happened up until this point is that as we were passing out DVDs, this guy walks across the street. He gives me a smirk and tells me to tell him, what do I think about 9/11 Truth? And he gave a smirk right back, and I said, what do you think about 9/11 Truth? And before he could answer, I said, what do you think? A guy in a cave and 19 guys with some box cutters were able to do all that damage in 9/11, and he stopped right there and gave me a cool look, and he said, yeah, and then pretty much walked off. So anyway, I couldn't let him walk off like that, so I pretty much ran after him. I said, hey, sir, excuse me, you need to stop listening to that Fox and CNN News propaganda. And he looked at me, and then I think I struck some kind of chord with him. Anyhow, bottom line is all of a sudden he told me that he is a ASCE engineer. So at that time that struck a chord with me, and I said, well, hey, can you explain to me how World Trade Center 7 collapsed at free fall speed? And he pretty much said, yes, we've reviewed it again. We've done the studies, and basically one of the I-beams gave way, and that's what caused the whole building to collapse. And this is where I said, wait, man, that doesn't make sense. How can a building, a steel frame building collapse at that rate, though, at free fall speed? Basically where it picks off is actually right after he asks me whether I'm an engineer or not, and what I said is that I do read books, though, and then he basically stated, well, have you read the report on the ASCE website, American Society of Civil Engineers? And I did not know what the acronym is for. And what I try to say is that we've read all the information that we could, and I actually thought he said NIST. So when he asked me if I've read anything on the ASCE website, again, my assumption was that he was talking about the NIST, and he proceeds to call me a liar and whatnot, and then I proceed to tell him that there is no report on World Trade Center 7, and all we have is from the NIST, which basically states that in September is when we'll have something due, when they'll have something due out on World Trade Center 7. So I'm basically, giving chase to him, and I'm calling him a liar, and I said, you don't know what you're talking about. There's no World Trade Center 7 report out by anybody. He then proceeds to ask us to turn off the camera, and I didn't realize my mic was already off by that time. But basically what he tells me is that, in so many words, that he was involved in the latest and greatest World Trade Center 7 study, and that bottom line is that it's not published yet, but he has seen it. It does exist. And at that point, basically, he says, that's all he has to say, and to essentially stop following him. And that's fine. And again, for the most part, I just wanted to get this video out in case anybody recognizes this person. If anybody knows anybody at the American Society of Civil Engineering, or if anybody may have had tribute to this World Trade 7 central report associated or done by the ASCE, I'd love to hear more about it. And other than that, that's about it. So I hope you enjoy the clip. And one thing I do want to say again, I apologize for the sound and for kind of the way the clip is. It picked up halfway through the conversation, and the sound kind of gave way at the end. And we promise you that next month we will definitely have much better sound. Thanks a lot, and hope you enjoy it. Take care.
No, I know, that's what I'm asking you.
don't know. So
Well, we studied it.
Okay.
If you go to ASCE's website.
I have. And I went to. I've seen the NIST.
What does ASCE stand for?
American Engineering. Sorry, I've seen it.
You lied. You lied.
What about Building 7, sir? What about Building 7?
Why did it collapse?
There is a report on
Building 7 like that.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
There is a report on Building 7.
Okay.
Have you read it?
From the NIST, there is no report. They're actually going to go in and put out a report this fall.
And that's the truth. That's the truth, baby. That's right. Did I knock you out the box? Yeah. That's right. That's right. Yeah. Oh? Hey!